Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here on Ethereum. Wanted to do a full update on Ethereum, which has been relatively disappointing, to be fair. I mean, we covered this, of course, on Sunday or Saturday, I think. And back then, it still looked pretty good. I mean, we just had gotten a good reaction here from the retest of the value area high of the consolidation down here that we had. So that was all great, very strong. And then we also had some volume coming in right here. So that all looked great. And that also ended with a pretty decent rally on Monday. Right here, we jumped up 6%, which is quite a lot for Ethereum with its market cap. And we held those levels briefly as well. However, yesterday Ethereum lost a lot of strength, and that's not crazy, right? I mean, the entire market was relatively weak. Bitcoin dominance, at least at times, was pretty strong as well. So it's not crazy that Ethereum experienced some bearish pressure as well. But what is true is that whereas first we had some sort of a chance to get a bullish breakout with ETH BTC on Monday, we do not have that right now, and arguably we've even had a bearish breakdown. Right, so this is either a bearish breakdown or or we're at support and we can actually expect some more bullish momentum. But it's I'll have to lean towards saying that this is it's tough to say. Might be a reclaim. So we could definitely see some outperformance from Ethereum, and at some point of time I actually do still expect Ethereum to rally, and I'll tell you why. But at this point of time, it doesn't look like much. Now, and the fundamentals, which I cannot help myself. I want to look at the fundamentals real quick to see if there's any sort of change that we need to know about. Probably not, I would say. Usually there's no major activity or no major change. And that's the same right now. I mean, TVL is up slightly, but that's just moving up together with the price. Outside of that, not much. But the key reasons why I am bullish on XRP is just in general the structure here, right? The structure for Ethereum is actually not bad. Obviously, when you zoom all the way out, like we're still under the value area low of the entire range right here. So we're still technically bearish. However, on the lower time frames, what you can see, and we haven't really tested that value area high, by the way. So we haven't gotten the retest, which usually does happen. But outside of that, what we simply have is an uptrend here. All right, we broke above this previous consolidation right here. So far, we've always been able to hold the breakout. After that, we've actually most often held the level right here at 2000 or 1995 as support. So purely in terms of structure, that's a structure that's trending up. All right. Now, like I said, at this point of time, there's no real leverage coming into the price. But just because of the structure and just because of what I expect from Bitcoin, which is bullish continuation, like even if ETH BTC doesn't perform, which, like I said, there's a good chance that we're at support right now and that we will see performance. Even though that's the case, I mean, short term, I think it's most likely will remain stable and not much happens. But I think ultimately it's most likely that from this consolidation, we will still at least get a move into that level and into the high 2100s, maybe 2200s. Do I think that Ethereum is going to turn bullish on the higher time frames? Probably not. But I do think on the lower time frames, after some stability, we will still see that leverage and see that bidding coming into Ethereum as well. We'll get the move up, and then based on the volume, when we actually do get that move up, and based on the reaction to the main resistance levels, we'll talk about the longer term and what this means. But for now, short term, I think it's most likely still that we will move up instead of break back down into that previous range right here around 1900. But those are my thoughts. I will keep you updated on that when I see some sort of an indication, because I don't see that right now of the price pumping. I'll let you know. But for now, that's it. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.